Hey, everybody, happy Sunday. I'm enjoying a cup of tea and reflecting on this Pisces full moon lunar eclipse that is happening on September 22nd, where we have a big spiritual awakening and we shift anytime the nodes are in Pisces and Virgo, we're letting go of trying to manipulate the material realm and we're opening up more for spiritual guidance. And it's almost as though our ego finds it hard to do that until we get a Pisces eclipse. And in a Pisces eclipse, the veils are so thin that we can feel our soul's calling, our dharma, our our soul really loud is loud during a Pisces eclipse. And this is life shifting because when we're in the material realm, some people say that when our souls incarnate on the planet, we actually are in a form of death because we become material and we've lost our soul. We lose contact with our soul self. So in a Pisces solar eclipse, sorry, lunar eclipse, where the moon is full, where it's revelatory, that we have to release something in the material realm. We have to let go of an attachment or trying to control some sort of, or trying to maneuver our reality, trying to change our experience in life through the material realm by pushing and moving things around in the material. And that doesn't really work. The ancient Egyptian priests that founded astrology, that studied the stars, knew that the material world, they were holy men, they were highly respected, they were considered, they're really scientists. They understood the cause of the material realm was spiritual. And they were teaching people that was the Hermetic wisdom, as above, so below. So every time we get any kind of a Pisces powerful eclipse, we're waking up to the higher realm as being really the truth of our material realm, that things are more happening. If we want to change our material realm, we got to go into the spiritual realm and shift things up in the higher dimension because everything happens below as above, because this is what these brilliant men discovered in their studies. Now, so they knew let me see, I have some notes. So this eclipse here in Pisces so the difference between a lunar and a solar eclipse is the releasing. So the lunar eclipse, a full moon lunar eclipse brings a revelation that has us release something, and it's going to release in the Virgo house because that's where the South Node is. So depending on where your Virgo house is, which everyone ought to know right now because there's a lot of activation going on there, and I am going to do the 12 signs and go deeper into that for all the 12 signs. So you can go for your sign on that, which is coming up this week. But these eclipses that are coming, the Virgo and the Pisces eclipse that are happening this month the month of September, are going to bring spiritual revelations that show us that if we want to change our material realm, we've got to go higher. If we want to change something in the material realm, we've got to align with the spiritual connection, our own spiritual guidance, the soul dharma, the soul song, the soul's going to guide us during this eclipse. It becomes very clear. And so we're waking up. Society is waking up to the spiritual realm being the cause of the material realm. And so this Pisces, let me share the chart um, for this eclipse. Um, that's how you know it's an eclipse, is because the planets are really close to the nodes. They're within 12 degrees. And so Saturn is within 12 degrees of this eclipse. So is impacting all of these eclipses because Saturn's in Pisces. So this is all in alignment with where Saturn is taking us, which I've gone more deeper into in other videos, but I'll go into it again soon. But this eclipse here shows us that our spiritual revelation, a spiritual revelation, the powers of the unseen forces cause us to realize Mercury there, how to shift my material experience, how to change something here. I got to go up. So let me use an example. Instead of ending a relationship, because I often see this in readings, instead of deciding to end a relationship or stay, instead follow your own inner center. Try not to control the relationship. Let it go and see if spiritual aligns you with it. See if it's a spiritually aligned relationship when you let go. So you then start to step more into your spiritual focus and self and your soul. And then you let the universe show you if that relationship is a red string tied relationship that comes with you. So that's an example. You let go of controlling the situation, you move forward into a seeking of spiritual freedom of this experience. So whatever the experience is liberated through whatever your suffering or challenges in the material that doesn't seem to fix, you release it and you find a spiritual causal source of that suffering in the material, and you let that go and you seek the answer from the higher, which then shifts your reality. So that's how it's going to play out here for us on the full moon, lunar eclipse, Pisces, September 12th. All right. September 7th. All right. Namaste.